Welcome back to the channel. Today I am talking about the relevance and importance of the Seiko SKX, the watch that in the Seiko world or Seiko-holic addiction that started it all for me. The year 2025, is the SKX still a relevant watch? Is it a watch that you should have in your collection? There's so many new variants of Seikos being produced and reinterpretations and models, and even including what I'm wearing today, the SKX003J1, one of the newer variants of the Seiko 5 line of watches that have replaced the SKX. This is a phenomenal watch. It's not a watch that I regret buying. I actually enjoy and love this watch more and more every time I wear it. But with that said, it doesn't replace the iconic legendary SKX watches. Many people on YouTube and just in videos and social media forums that I've seen and read and watched videos of are saying that it's time to move on. The SKX is no longer a relevant watch, and that you can buy micro brands that, you know, have better upgraded features and better bracelets and better ceramic or sapphire bezels and, you know, hacking and hand winding movements. You know, the SKX is outdated and we should just forget about the SKX and move on. Guys, I happen to strongly disagree on that. Even owning a newer Seiko 5, like which I'm wearing today, to me the SKX is an extremely iconic legend that should never be forgotten. And I think that if you can buy an SKX watch, even over a newer Seiko 5, which I know they had the latest versions with different colors. I think there's a blue, a black, a yellow. Some of them come on the rubber strap and some of them come on a bracelet. And they're, you know, they have the Seiko 4R36 movement with hacking and hand winding and, you know, Hardlex crystals. I guess they have the Hardlex coated bezel inserts, and they're phenomenal. They're awesome looking watches. I mean, don't get me wrong. And I guess it's the new, I guess we're past the days of Seiko ever making an ISO rated SKX again. I guess they're appealing to the masses and not to the true Seiko enthusiasts who remember the days of an affordable Seiko watch. Again, my thoughts are the SKX is still king. Do I like the new Seiko 5s? Yeah, I do. They're awesome. I mean, I'm actually wearing, you know, one of them, I guess, more recent line of Seiko 5 watches, but it doesn't diminish or take away the iconicness of the Seiko SKX line of watches. So just a quick video on my thoughts. To me, the SKX will always be a relevant, amazing, iconic, legendary watch. And I'm hoping that Seiko will one day again revisit this model and bring it back. I'm sure that if they do, it will be a highly upgraded watch with a highly upgraded movement, sapphire crystal, I'm sure. And, you know, we will see a huge price increase from, you know, when at one time this was the entry-level diver at anywhere from $180 to $250 price range. But my thoughts are the SKX, even with the newer Seiko 5s and the new colors and the new, you know, adding the 4R36 movement, I still say the SKX is top of the line. It is still relevant. I don't think the SKX watches should be moved on from, or, you know, I mean, the line has been discontinued, but with all the new Seiko 5s coming out and being produced in different forms, does that mean that the SKX line of watches is no longer relevant or no longer important? To me, I say no. I say the SKX line should always be a staple point, or just the core of any Seiko collector's collection. And that if you have them, I think you should hold on to them. If you don't have one, you know, whether it's the SKX007, which, you know, seems to be one of the harder watches to get these days, or I've noticed that online, they're the more expensive variant of the SKX line to buy. I have a 009 and the 01 SKX011J1. But in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I'm not going to go on a long rant. It's not a review of these watches. It's just my thoughts on the SKX line, and I definitely think that we should continue to treasure, and, you know, if you can buy, or you have a chance or an opportunity, I would even go as far as saying that I would purchase one of these models over even one of the newer variants if you can get one. I know I'm not the only one to do a video on this or on this topic, but I've seen many, seen a couple of videos out lately. I think Kirby Young just recently did one where he was talking about the newer Seiko 5 watches that have replaced the SKX, and he was talking about, you know, how nice these watches are, and how, you know, they're amazing. Don't get me wrong, they are. And if I had an opportunity to buy one of the newer ones, I think I would probably either go with the blue or the black. I know some of the other more vibrant colors like yellow and orange come on a rubber strap, which I wish they would make those on a stainless steel bracelet as well. Like the, you know, the SSK003 comes on this awesome Jubilee. I did add a Marine Master class to this watch. I wasn't really impressed with the original class. The bracelet's awesome. The class was kind of crappy, guys. So I did add a Marine Master class to this. And I really do love this watch. This is an awesome watch. And I love the GMT function. Seiko is brilliant in producing this movement and making these newer Seiko 5 GMT watches. It's a hit. And even, you know, like I said, the newer Seiko 5 watches are phenomenal. But if it were me and I had that money to spend on one of the newer ones, and these Seiko SKX watches are still available online. Like I said, this was a gift from my brother. I bought this a little over a year ago from Creation Watches on eBay, and for the same money, you can get an SKX watch. And I guess that's why I'm making this video. You know, should you buy an SKX watch? Are they still relevant in 2025 after all these years? I believe these watches were produced in 1996, 97, around that time frame. Not exactly sure, but in my opinion, I say yes. I would still say that the SKX, to me, is a relevant watch. And if I were to be purchasing one of, or if it was in my budget and I was going to buy one of the newer Seiko 5s, I would definitely take a look at the SKX watches, and I believe I would purchase the SKX watch over the new Seiko 5s. So that's just my opinion, guys. Just a quick video on the relevance and importance of the SKX. To me, yes, still relevant, still important. If I were a Seiko collector and I were going to spend $475 to $500 on the newer Seiko 5s, I think I would go for the SKX line of watches, the original Seiko SKX, whether it be the 007, 009, or the 011, or, you know, any of the other variants that they made. Just my opinion, guys. I still say that SKX is king. Thanks for watching. Check you guys out in the next video. Have a great day.